I'm Alex Bufton. I've been in the hospitality sector for over 30 years. So I've seen technology change throughout that time. Things that we were doing then, obviously, we've moved on so much, which is great. And I really embrace technology. So, my principal objective is to support clients navigating their tech stack, supporting them with solutions that will help strengthen their business, that will help automation, that will help future proof them. Absolutely. And different territories have different regulations. So it's understanding, what do I need to do as a host? What do I need to do as a hotel? And what software is there that can help me on that journey? So these are generally repetitive tasks, but what can we do to make that piece of the process more engaging for our clients as well, right? Because nobody wants to stand at a desk forever. Nobody wants to have to wait for a host to arrive so they can fill in a piece of paper. So it's great that we've got technology like Chekin that allows us to automate those steps. Well, privacy above everything, right? No matter what we do, no matter where we leave our personal details, whether we're registering something online, we want to make sure that whoever we're giving our data to handles that correctly, that they're not asking more than they need, that they can store it and process it correctly. And equally, because we're all bound by GDPR, whether it's UK GDPR as it is now or the EU side of things, the regulation in principle remains the same. Sadly, the press is your foe in that matter, that if you look at some of the past ones through some of the hotel companies or through some airline companies, and the breaches and the penalties are extreme, right? It could be 4% of your annual global turnover or up to 20 million euros, whichever is greater. I don't think anybody has that spare cash lying around. So, in terms of where do I get information from, there are lots of local bodies. Primary in the UK would be the ICO, the Information Commissioner's Office, because they're the ones that set the tone. For the EU, it would be the European Commission that handle things. So that's the overall legality. To follow on right to your second question, how do we stay compliant? Things are always changing, right? So GDPR is there for privacy by design, to make sure we fulfill those 7 fundamental principles of it. But working with a company that works in different territories where we can very quickly rely on them, because they're the people that are really driving that compliance, that know exactly what's happening on the local level. So working with a great partner is already a great step forward. Myriad of tech that's available, make sure you really go into the granularity, especially when it comes to data, and that you're working, with, I would say, somebody like Chekin, for instance, because we know that they're compliant. They take all that headache away for us, so we don't have to worry about a thing, whether I'm a private host or a hotel. Yeah. It's already there. So for the UK, you've got access to what's known as the Pink Book. So generally, for UK residents, the only thing you need to take from your guest is their full name, and you can request their nationality. So that would be for the UK. That's all you need, and you need to keep that for a minimum of 12 months. For international guests, foreign travelers, we should also request the nationality and can then request the passport number. Again, there you would have the full address details, and ideally you should be asking for their onward destination, for instance, right? So in other territories, I know as soon as you check in, the properties have got 24 hours in which time they have to report all their international guests to the local authorities. Mm-hmm. So having a system in place that can automate that for you, again, saves so much time, and it makes sure that your data is accurate. Yeah, there were things, and still it's embracing technology, and people saying, oh yeah, but a digital signature, is that actually valid? It is, and it has been since 2002. Now, none of us would have had that technology in place unless we would have spent a lot of money to have something like that in place, to have a digital signature. But having this fantastic automated check-in process as part of our built-in guest journey, we can save time, right? And we've got the digital signature. Providing a guest signs and they've given their consent, we can use that, we can take that, and it allows us to work with those authorities. And also it makes a binding contract, right? So let's use that time prior to their check-in. Let's use that time to engage with them, to get some other questions that we might want to have, right? That, what about your stay? Or do you need this? Or do you need the other? And we can build all of that into our journey. And building that in advance means as soon as we arrive, we can go straight on to what we want to do. Do we want to go to the beach? Do we want to go and explore? We can do that. We can even get our digital keys. And that's almost where we all want to be nowadays, right? Everybody's got loads of stuff to do. So let's make it as quick and as efficient as we possibly can, getting the data that we need.